A very, very important day indeed, the 20th of February 2016, and today happens to be World Pangolin Day, a very, very important date, and a day indeed, if I should say. And of course, to shed more light on what's so important about this day and how important it is, I've got two very beautiful ladies in the studio right now. And let me officially introduce the guys that I have in the studio. Also, I said, beautiful ladies, beautiful ladies. Good morning, Carol Owashayamo, your spokesperson for Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife.
Hi, Brighton. Happy Pangolins Day.
Yes, good to meet you here at a very, very, very important juncture, if I should say. And also, good morning to Lisa Highwood, the founder and CEO of TK Highwood Trust.
Good morning, Brighton, and thank you for having me.
All right, most importantly, and of course, for a start, why is this day so important?
Thank you very much, Brighton. Thank you, Zimbabwe, for listening and for allowing us into your homes and into your cars. Yes, today is a World Pangolin Day, a day set aside to celebrate a very important species, one of the species that we have in Zimbabwe. And Brighton, this day is being celebrated under the theme, protecting our heritage and enforcing the law. And the slogan is armored but still need protection. Why is this day important? It is important to Zimbabwe because, for starters, other countries do not have this beautiful species to start with, Brighton. Mm-hmm. It is important because for us as Zimbabwe, we have laws that protect our wildlife. We have a department that government set aside to protect and conserve our wildlife. Amongst our wildlife is the pangolin itself. And it is important, again, because it is a day that we raise awareness on the do's and don'ts as far as ensuring that we see the ever existence of this beautiful species, the pangolin, in this country.
Mm-hmm. So, as I take it, a lot is being done to protect and safeguard the existence of this animal. I mean, to what extent are we going as far as Zimbabwe to make sure that, you know, the younger generation will get to enjoy, you know, watching the pangolin?
Thank you for that question, Brighton. We're going beyond yourself. We want to say thank you very much to the media who are helping release information, also raising awareness on what Zimbabwe is doing, so that the world knows that this particular species and any other wildlife species in the country has a place in our hearts. We are also engaging the judiciary. I think you heard from the jingle that you played that it is a mandatory 9-year sentence for anyone who's found illegal in possession of a pangolin. Okay. So what we're basically saying, Brighton, is today if we find you with a pangolin, you go to court today, the magistrate will have before him or her 9 years. It is now up to him or her to go beyond that, mm-hmm. or 15, 20 years, wow. But the mandatory is 9 years. We are also engaging our traditional leaderships, whom we believe play a critical role, mm-hmm. in protecting and conserving pangolins themselves. Our tradition speaks volumes of the efforts that they've been employing to ensure that we still have this particular species amongst us or with us today in this country. So we engage them every time we talk issues to do with protecting and conserving wildlife. We also go out to schools, Brighton, mm-hmm. talking about the pangolin itself. If you see a pangolin, who do you report to? Who should you contact? And most of the schools now know that the police, Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority, are there to ensure that, like I said, the pangolin continues to exist. I think it's positive. Country. It's been amazing. If you look at the statistics, mm-hmm. that we have just for 2016, the number of pangolins that we have received and that have been rescued from people, that in itself is an indication of the people out there that are not comfortable in the manner that poachers are poaching this particular species. Response from the judiciary itself. If you see the number of poachers that have been given mandatory 9-year sentences in courts, again in itself, we feel as Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife Management Authority that we are communicating to the world that we are protecting the pangolin, but also that would-be criminals know that this is not the route to take. If you want to poach a pangolin, for instance, if you're going to do so and if you're caught, magistrates have no mercy in passing the 9-year sentence.
Lisa, my question is, what is the Tiki Highwood Trust in relation to the dangers facing the pangolin, or should I say the protection for the pangolin?
Thanks, Brighton. A great question. The Tiki Highwood Trust has worked with the authorities, national parks, for the past 22 years. The pangolin is one of our key focal species that we've worked with to try and get more of an understanding of how this animal works, eats, survives on a daily basis, but also we've worked with judiciary together with the ZRP in trying to protect and enforce the laws, as the theme states, protecting and enforcing the law. We believe that the law can act and does act as a deterrent. Picking up on what Carol said earlier in her talk with you, last year we had 83 pangolin poachers arrested. Of those 83, 42 have already been convicted of 9-year sentences. This year alone, 2016, and if you think about it, we haven't even got to the end of the second month, there are already 5 people serving 9 years in jail. That is not a small amount of time to be spending in jail. So the public need to be proactive and play their part, we believe. And the Tiki Highwood Trust has supported all levels of the departments in working to safeguard this species, and will continue to do so.
And you know, one thing that a lot of people might be thinking or might be asking, why are people poaching this animal? Really, I mean, you're getting 9 years for poaching this animal, for hunting it down, or if you're found in possession of a pangolin. Why are people doing this?
There are a couple of reasons. It's a very good question, because a lot of people don't understand the relevance of why people poach pangolin. Our biggest demand, our biggest threat is coming from Asia. In the Asian culture, the pangolin, like the rhino horn, is ground up into powder and used in Chinese traditional medicine. Yes, we have a muti tradition within Zimbabwe about the pangolin, but it's very nominal compared or in comparison to the demand that Asia has. Obviously, Asia has a much greater population density than a country like Zimbabwe, but also there are 8 species of pangolin, and that's important to know. So throughout the world, there are 8 species. 4 species coexist in Asia and 4 species coexist in Africa. Now, in Asia, the species have been so poached, overpoached, that they're on the verge, they're teetering on the verge of extinction, which means that they are almost no longer able to survive in those countries. And now the Asian demand is looking to Africa, because there is a lot of links between Asia and Africa with trade. And so we are receiving a different kind of threat through a different culture. And what I'd like to say to fellow Zimbabweans is we must be proud of our culture, and we must safeguard these animals to protect our heritage and to protect our cultural beliefs, and not give these animals away or allow somebody to take them away from us.
Great efforts that are being done, Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife and the Tiki Highwood Trust. Great efforts, and I'm sure everybody, a love of animals or not, will appreciate the efforts. And I'm really hoping that they're going a long way in safeguarding the existence of this very, very precious animal that is the pangolin. So for today, the World Pangolin Day, what events are lined up?
There are a lot of events happening through the world actually today, and if people would like to get more involved, they can look at our Facebook page, Tiki Highwood Trust. National Parks also have a Facebook page, and there it will show people around the world, from India to Vietnam. There was a release of 16 pangolins done in Vietnam to commemorate World Pangolin Day. Even America, who do not have pangolin, are getting involved. They're supporting the plight of the pangolin. So every country in their own special way is trying to create further awareness for this animal, and to say, hey, we as a world, as a global entity, we need to stand up, sit up, take note, and be proactive.
I would like to thank Lisa Highwood, founder and CEO of Tiki Highwood Trust, and Caroline Washaya Moyo, spokesperson of Zimbabwe Parks and Wildlife. It's a great effort, and we're keeping our fingers together that this effort will definitely, come to bring a positive thinking to everybody in Zimbabwe. We want to come to a period where we're not going to get any cases of anybody poaching these animals.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're hoping that the events for today will actually go a little further to conscientize and give people a little bit more information about the importance of this animal. Thank you so much for coming through. All right.
Right, thank you
for having us, and thank you Zimbabwe for listening. Happy Pangolin Day.
Very, very important day, the 20th of February 2016, World Pangolin Day.